So a lot of you out there watching this video will not be able to do this basic math problem in your head, in your brains, without the aid of a calculator or a piece of paper and pencil. Now, at first glance, some of you might be saying, this is so easy, I can do it right now, 1, 2, 3. Well, if that is the case, go ahead and put your answer into the comment section. The question is 12 divided by 3 times 4 plus 1. What is this equal to? Again, we want to calculate this in our heads. And a lot of you are going to get this wrong. And a lot of you think that you're going to get it right. You're like, no, I could do this. This is very easy. You're going to come up with an answer, and it's going to be wrong to your surprise. Okay, so 12 divided by 3 times 4 plus 1. Again, we're not going to use our calculator. We're not going to write these numbers down on a piece of paper and calculate this out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the answer. All right, so I have three possible answers here. So we're going to kind of build this up, have some suspense. Now, one of these answers is correct, and whoever got the right answer is going to get the happy face, the A plus, and the 100%. So let's go ahead and see which one is the correct answer. Now, I would suspect 90% of you out there got one of these answers, okay? Now, of course, only one is right, so let's kind of go through this. If you got two, did you do this right? Unfortunately, you did this wrong. Now, some of you might say, well, I think you're wrong, Mr. YouTube Math Man. I did it right. You're wrong. Well, hold off on your conclusions until I explain this problem. Okay, so how many of you got 20? Okay, well, if you got 20, unfortunately, you did this wrong. But don't be sad. Don't be like, well, I'm so bad at basic math. No, not at all. We're going to talk about a very common source of confusion when doing basic math problems. So you're not, don't despair, if you will. This will all make sense in 1 second. So obviously, the correct answer is 17. Okay, now, if you got 17, that is fantastic. Indeed, you did this right. You are a math superhero, but it is possible that you got a little bit lucky on this problem. Okay, so but nevertheless, if you got this right, that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and get into the solution here. And we're going to approach this by doing the problem wrong. Okay, in other words, I'm going to reconstruct how some of you out there got these answers 2 and 20. So here is the problem. Okay, we have 12 divided by 3 times 4 plus 1. Seems pretty basic, right? And it's just basic math. And if you have basic math skills, in other words, you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide, easy numbers like this, then, this should not be a problem. Again, in our brains, we're only talking about three operations here, right? So some of you kind of just look at this problem and say, all right, you know what, I'm going to start right here. 3 times 4, I'm going to do that first. So in your brain, you're like, all right, 3 times 4, that's 12. Okay, so now I have 12 divided by 12, and 12 divided by 12 is 1, and I got 1 plus 1, that is 2. Okay, well, I congratulate you on, being able to do these operations in your brain because every step that we did here was correct. These basic operations were correct. What was wrong, this is the wrong answer. What makes this wrong is we did this problem in the wrong order. Okay, now we did all these sub-steps correctly, but we did this in the wrong order. Now, of course, I'm going to explain the right order in just 1 second. But if you did this, a lot of people did this as well. No big deal, because once you watch this video, you'll be a certified professional expert in the area of order of operations. And that's what we're talking about here. In mathematics, when you have things like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and powers, these are called mathematical operations, and you have to take the right order to get the right answer. Okay, so that's the big picture topic here. So that is what I'm trying to teach you, and it's an area that causes a lot of confusion for math students. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the second possible way you could have approached this problem. It's all right, 12 divided by 3 times 4 plus 1. Let me go ahead and do this. 4 plus 1, that seems pretty good. Let me see here. 4 plus 1, that's 5. So now I have 12 divided by 3 times 5. So there's all sorts of ways you can kind of approach this problem, right? You could be like, well, I can do the multiplication. I could have done 3 times 5, and then I have 12 divided by 3 times 5, but that doesn't look to be so, fun. You're going to end up with some fraction. But hey, this looks pretty easy. 12 divided by 3, I can do that. That's 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so again, we did all these sub steps correct. What we did wrong here was the order. Okay, again, we're not doing the proper order of operations. So how do you know what the proper order of operations is? Well, I'm going to explain this right now. But before I do so, I hope that you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that notification button. This really helps me. You know, this tiny small act really grows my reach. I'm trying to reach people that are interested in learning math or just like to do math on the side or really need assistance in mathematics. So this does help the algorithm, reach more people. And that is my objective. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, this is the way I look right now as you subscribe. Now let's go ahead and get into the correct order of operations. Okay, so to understand the correct way to do this problem, you need to understand this lovely phrase right here. Okay, well, this is actually what we call an acronym. It's a bunch of letters. These things stand for something. PEMDAS. In basic math, or in just in mathematics in general, we refer to this as PEMDAS, all right? PEMDAS. Now, these things stand for something. These letters, I'll explain that in a second. But before I do that, there's an interesting or fun little kind of phrase you can remember, use to remember this acronym, and that is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Again, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, I don't know what Aunt Sally did, but we thank her for her cool little phrase. This thing has been around for generations. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly explain what PEMDAS stands for. And again, this is a checklist for the proper order of operations. And we're going to go through these letters from left to right. Okay, from left to right. Okay, so what does P stand for? P stands for parentheses. Okay, and you could also have these type of brackets or these type of things. Effectively, they're grouping symbols. So for example, if I put parentheses like this, it's explicit that, hey, I have to start here because there's parentheses. So that's what the P stands for, okay? Parentheses first. All right, so let me go ahead and remove this. So once you've done everything inside of the parentheses, we're going to move on to E, okay? Now, E is any powers. Now, we don't have any powers here, but just real quick so we can understand this. Somebody might be saying, well, this stands for, you're talking about powers. Why isn't this a P? Well, when you have a power in mathematics, this little number up here is called the exponent. And this big number down here is called the base. The entire thing is called a power. So 2 to the third power, this little 3 again is the exponent part of the power. So that's what that stands for. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now we move on to the real kind of best part of this video. And we are going to talk about M, D, and A and S. Okay, M stands for multiplication, D is division, A is addition, and S is subtraction. Now, most of you might be saying, all right, Mr. YouTube Math Man, if this is a checklist, we're going from left to right. I have to do all the multiplication. Then once I'm done with that, I do all the division. Then I'm going to move on all the addition and subtraction. That makes sense. That's logical. However, that is not correct. Okay, the way this checklist works at this point is that M and D and A and S are groups. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're going to do any multiplication or division, whatever shows up first from left to right. Okay, whatever you see first from left to right. So if I see multiplication first from left to right, then division, I'm going to do it this way. But if I see division and then multiplication, I'm going to do it this way because division shows up first from left to right and addition and subtraction work the same way. Okay, so that is going to give us a huge clue on what we need to do, because when we look here, what operations do we have? Well, we have division, we have multiplication, and we have addition. Now, we just definitely know that division and multiplication are going to come before addition, so this addition thing is going to be the last part of this problem. So we have to decide, what am I going to do first, division or multiplication? Well, I'm going to reference my PEMDAS. What do I see first from left to right? I see division first. So I got to start the problem right here. That is the correct order, i.e. the correct order of operations. So now let's go ahead and just do this problem. And in our brain, you're like, all right, let me see here. What do I have to do first? You're thinking PEMDAS. You're like, okay, PEMDS, or MDAS. So, multiplication, division. What do I see first? Oh, I see division first from left to right. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, so now 4 times 4. And of course, you can see I have multiplication, addition, And multiplication will always come first before addition. So 4 times 4 is 16. We can handle this in our brain. So 16 plus 1 is 17. There is the answer. Now, if you're interested in learning basic mathematics, or you want to do a quick review of basic math, or just kind of strengthen your skills, I have a fantastic little mini course. It's called my Math Foundations course. You can find a link to it in the description below, but it's basically 3 chapters. I go over everything basic math, decimals, fractions, percent, order of operations, all the stuff that you were taught and probably most of you kind of forgot. But if you want to really get back into math, you have to start with building a strong foundation. Hopefully you enjoyed this problem, and if that's the case, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.